Hello and welcome to Community Connections with the North Little Rock Public Library. I'm Kevin, Communications Specialist, and I'm here with Regina Moss, and she's with the Arkansas Division of Workforce Services. And Regina, thank you so much for being here today. Really do appreciate that. We had a chance to meet late last year, and I have seen some of the things that your department does in action, and I think it's something that people need to know about. I don't think that people know enough about what you do. So explain to me what you do there at the Division of Workforce Services.
Okay. Well, as you said, Division of Workforce Services has a lot of programs. The program I work with is called Rapid Response. And we work with companies when they are laying off or closing. We try to connect with them and their workers to see if we can connect them to the services that can help them through their transition, whether that be another job, going back to school for retraining, or even starting a business. We try to provide them with information. A lot of times when people get laid off, all they're familiar with is unemployment. So
Sure.
we like for them to know the other options. We also manage mobile workforce centers.
Mhm.
We have 5 of those, 4 RVs and 1 trailer that we take across the state of Arkansas to different workforce programs, reentry programs. They have computers on them. People can register on Arkansas Job Link. They can work on their resumes. They can do job search. If we take them to schools, we have students go through Arkansas, Real Life Arkansas, which is a lifestyle calculator. We work with the Career Readiness Certificate, where people can take the quick guide and kind of get a view of how they might do on that assessment. So we just do a lot of things workforce connected. We also try to be a presence in the communities that may have lost a workforce center. So we have smaller mobile workforce centers that we call them mini mobile units. Those are box trucks, because there have been some locations in the recent past, such as Jacksonville and Newport, that have lost their workforce center.
Sure.
So some of those units, which are stationed at local offices throughout the state, that go to those communities on a weekly basis to let people know that the workforce center is still there and allow them to be able to access services.
It's interesting in that when somebody loses a job, I don't know that it happens so often now that we overlook the trauma, I think, that it happens for somebody. They maybe have worked at a place of employment for 20, 30 years.
Yes.
And I heard somebody say a long time ago, if it hasn't happened to you yet, it ultimately will. Now, I don't know how true that is. I hope not. But sometimes when you're in that situation, you're like, I got fired. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What are my next steps? And so people start trying to look for jobs, and they see all these qualifications out there, and it doesn't fit what they want. And not to diss any hiring companies, not to diss any of the things online where you can, but really one of the first steps I think that somebody who is in that situation needs to do is be in touch with you guys to try to help. Let's just revamp what you are, what your skill set is, and let's go from there.
Yes, that is correct. And that is what we are trying to do. And we have several tools and programs, not only ours, but others that can assist with that. We have unemployment. We have rapid response that connects to different programs, such as WIOA, which is Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act, and they can help with retraining. We work with the Trade Adjustment Assistance Program, which is a program that assists when companies are laid off due to any trade, import, export activity. We have our reemployment specialists that assist with resumes for those who need help with tweaking those resumes. Maybe a more seasoned worker who hasn't looked for a job in years, or may have a lot of experience and they're having trouble finding a job. Those specialists can kind of help them work their resume to help it, their transition into a new job be easier. So there are a lot of different tools that we use throughout the Workforce Center. They have employee services, where you can go and apply for, register on Arkansas Job Link, which is our job search site. We connect with Adult Ed, Arkansas Rehab. So we have a lot of different programs that can kind of, help people prepare themselves for their next step.
Sure. It's Regina Moss. She's here on Community Connections. She's a part of the Arkansas Division of Workforce Services. I went through something like this about 2 years ago. I had been employed steadily since I was 15. I continued to work and never had any problems. Well, bad manager, bad situation, and guess what? I wasn't the only one. There were many others also. But you have to, I wish that I had known about what you guys had available. And that's why I want to try to help spread the word with that. So another thing too, and it's not any less important if somebody has a small business fail and you got 5, 10 people that are out of work. That's devastating to those people. But it's very devastating too when you've got a big company that for whatever reason the factory can't work there anymore, and they're shutting down. So you've got all these people maybe in a smaller community out of work. What in that situation? How do you get involved in that?
Well, we try to connect with companies and make our relationship with them, build
Hmm.
our relationship with them, because sometimes there's things you can do before a layoff. We have programs called Work Opportunity Tax Credit, WOTC. That is a tax credit that companies can receive for hiring workers from any of 10 or 12 different groups. I'm not sure of the number
Hmm.
right now. Those include veterans. Those include people living in certain areas. Those include people with, criminal justice background. So they can get a tax credit for that, and that might help, stave off some of the issues they're having. We have Work Share, which is a program where workers can work reduced hours and collect unemployment. So that kind of buys them some time as
Sure.
well. So there are things beforehand that we can do. If there are things as far as training issues, we connect with Arkansas Economic Development, different things like that to see if there's some training that we can do to kind of help workers to keep people from laying off. If they've already decided to lay off, we try to connect with them and let them know that their workers have options. And even to the fact where we'll assist with job fairs. If a company is laying off, they have good workers. We don't try to take the workers because we understand they need them to a certain
Sure.
point. But closer to the layoff, we try to connect with other companies that are in search of workers, which is a thing right now. Mostly everybody's trying to hire. So if we can get those workers connected to those companies that have open positions, we can avoid them having that break where they're unemployed and they can just transition to another job.
What if I'm in a position where I don't know for sure, but I kind of feel like the ice is kind of starting to crack under me,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe it's time for me to start looking, or maybe I'm tired of doing what I'm doing. Can you help me transition at that point into something new?
Yes, you can connect with our employment services group, and they have, as I said, Arkansas Job Link. You can get with the reemployment specialist or any worker, any employee services worker within a workforce center can assist with getting that resume tweaked and updated. You can do job search on Arkansas Job Link, which connects to several jobs, not only just in this area, but
Mhm.
throughout the state. Because whenever a workforce center within the state of Arkansas makes a job order with the company, that goes into the database. And individuals throughout the state of Arkansas can see those jobs and apply online.
Here's the best part of this whole thing. Watch this. How much does this cost?
Doesn't cost a thing.
Free. It's free. I'm Kevin, Communications Specialist with the North Rock Public Library, here with Regina Moss with the Division of Workforce Services. All these things that, again, this is something I wish I had known, that you could help me through all these steps, because the first thing I did was try to call unemployment. I didn't know what to do and couldn't get through. So I just found something to do. I just started working, tried to, and try. I think we can all agree it's a very positive thing if you can find a job and if you're working as quickly as you can. Because I don't know how it is for ladies. I can't speak from that, but for men, it's a part of your self-worth. You feel like you want to provide. We're just wired that way.
Yes.
And I'm sure a lot of ladies feel the same way. They want to take care of their kids. They're going to do what they have to do. So you give them a ray of hope with that. Something else you mentioned is the mobile units, which I think
Yes.
are fabulous. So if you've got a company, or if you've got an event, or you've got something that's going on, schedule that. You guys can bring that out there. What does the mobile unit do?
The mobile unit, and you can go online. We have an online application.
Mhm.
Doesn't cost anything for that either. We take it to job fairs. So if you go to a job fair, and a lot of times when you attend job fairs, you're speaking with companies and they're saying, well, go ahead and apply online.
Mhm.
You can go outside to the Mobile Workforce Center. We'll pull up that company's website. You can apply online before you go home. If there's a specific company that is hiring, we can take it on site to wherever they want to be, or even if they want to be someplace else. We'll pull up their website. Companies can apply. Individuals can apply to that specific company. We take it to schools. Children that are 16 and older can apply for Arkansas Job Link. As I said, we take them through Real Life Arkansas. We go through reentry programs for people that are leaving incarceration. They can, begin their job search. They can prepare. They can get their Arkansas Career Readiness credential. So, any event where people are looking for work, wanting to work on resumes, wanting to conduct job search, we can take the mobile unit out there, as well as individuals that are in areas
Right.
that don't have a workforce center. They can apply online for unemployment, just different services like that.
Well, I mean, you have seen, as far as individuals, just about every bump in the road that there is out there, and so you're very, very good at helping people get where they need to be. Regina, is there anything else that you can add about this or talk about, or more important than anything else, I guess, is how do people get in touch with you?
They can get in touch with me through the Rapid Response Program. They can go online, dws.arkansas.gov. They can go through the Workforce Services tab and go drop down. There's Rapid Response. My information is on there. My phone number is 501-683-1412. My email is regina.moss@arkansas.gov, and Arkansas is spelled out.
And producer Cameron will put that on the screen, and you'll have that available to you too. You've been watching Community Connections. Regina Moss, Arkansas Division of Workforce Services. Appreciate her being here. Use this. This is a great tool. And if you can't use it, spread it around. Let other people know about what's going on, if you would. All right. Thank you for watching today. Really do appreciate that. It's great information. For more information about great library content, please visit us online on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, YouTube, our website, northlittlerocklibrary.org, and join us again next time. Have a great day, and thank you for watching Community Connections.